Hey everyone. There was an interesting and, dare I say, polarizing video that went around about 3 weeks ago now of a woman who was sitting in her car waiting for someone at the CVS drive-through window to get there. I guess they were like on break for lunch. And this super irate person jumps out of the truck like 40 feet in front of her, comes barreling toward her, right up to her car. They both start to get really heated, and it would have been a pretty great freak out on its own laurels, to be honest. But it turned out that this person who approached our main character that fateful day was actually a government official. And the fallout from this is not looking great for their career. It also sparked a lot of debate about what is considered above and below the belt argument conduct.
Oh, what the f is she doing? What do you need?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were supposed to sit here, especially since you were behind me, so now you want to go ahead? I'm just going to block you, and now you're not going to go anywhere today till I get served. How's that?
Nobody's answering, so how is this my fault?
It says till 2 o'clock. Maybe if you'd roll your goddamn window down, you'd hear it. You
okay, so...
up here who don't hear that message because you're busy playing on your phone.
Okay, so what do you have to do here? What do you have to do here if it's open at 2? Why are you here?
Because I'm here to pick something up too.
Okay, so if it don't open till 2,
for an elderly family member.
okay, so if it don't open at 2, then how the hell are you gonna pick up your medicine?
Easy.
Answer me that.
Easy. I'm right in front of that thing. How are you gonna get it?
Okay, can you get the f off my car? Thank you, sir.
Actually, it's ma'am, but you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Like I said.
Sir? Oh, really, sir?
Thank you.
Sir? You want to keep saying sir, bitch? You want to keep saying sir, bitch? Piece of shit. Piece of shit. You want to keep saying sir? Are you a Trump voter?
What are you gonna do?
Are you a Trump voter?
No, the f I'm not.
Oh,
but
really?
what the f are you gonna do?
Right,
what are you gonna do?
Are you a MAGA
what
bitch?
are you gonna do?
You sound like a MAGA bitch.
But you touching my shit like you own it. Do
shit.
you own it?
It is
Do
shit.
you own it? Okay,
it
but why are you touching my stuff?
I'm not touching.
Why are you touching my stuff?
I'm not touching anything.
Clearly,
Why
you
are
was just.
blocking
I
it?
have you on camera. I have you. Bro, I'm not even playing. I'm not playing. Get the f in the car. I am not playing with you.
Oh, you're not playing? What are you gonna do?
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Bro. Get the f in your car. I'm not f***ing playing with you.
So the young woman who recorded this video is named Amelia Broxton, and she posted this video to her TikTok page on February 28th. It has since racked up over 10 million views and caused quite a stir in the Coolbaugh Township of Pennsylvania, as well as among the broader internet netizens. But the other person who gets out of the truck here is Kara Rogan, one of the 5 members of the Board of Supervisors that governs Coolbaugh Township. And while most people agreed that Rogan's actions were pointedly outrageous here, some also pointed out that they believed it was uncalled for that Amelia decided to address Kara, who is a transgender woman who likes to be called ma'am, as sir. And she seemed to be doing so particularly and specifically to upset Kara. Now, this created an interesting debate in the comments section, obviously, of this TikTok video, with a bunch of people suggesting that while this would have in some cases been below the belt, it was fair game because if a person's going to disrespect you, all cards are essentially on the table. Other commenters suggested that Amelia was being transphobic here and that this kind of dig is below the belt, even if the person is disrespecting you. In response to these allegations of transphobia, Amelia had this to say.
See, this comment here said I resorted to transphobia, and I totally disagree because this person clearly wasn't paying attention to the part in the beginning of the video where I said, "Ma'am, get back in your car," or "What are you doing?" The moment that person got disrespectful and put the paws on the front of my car where I felt the car pressed down is when I resorted to calling him names. And no, I bet y'all wouldn't say the same thing if I got beat up by him.
Meanwhile, Kara's conduct was causing quite a stir on account of being, a government official and whatnot. And when this video got around, the rest of the board heard about it pretty quickly. The rest of the board then offered a damning statement on March 3rd. The Board of Supervisors wants to reaffirm its zero-tolerance policy on harassment in any form for all of its employees and elected officials. The board does not condone the behavior of Supervisor Rogan in the above-referenced incident and specifically condemns the same. The supervisor was not acting on behalf of the township at the time of the incident, and the board is extremely disappointed with the supervisor's actions. Please note that the supervisor involved in the incident is an elected member of the Board of Supervisors, and the board is limited as to what it can do in response to the incident. Essentially, hey guys, we're super embarrassed about this, but please don't get mad at us because we can't legally remove them. And if I saw my fellow government leaders release something like this about me and disinvite me to the board meeting held that evening at the same time, I'd be pretty nervous, right? So by the next day, Rogan had a whole apology all written up and ready for release. It also explains a bit more about, from Rogan's perspective, why they were so upset, what they were so upset about. Recently, I had a terrible outburst at a local business, where I had gone to pick up a prescription for my mother following a medical emergency earlier that day. My actions toward the other female at the business were shameful, and I should have known better. I would like to apologize to that young lady for this matter. To you, I am sorry. So, Rogan was perhaps stressed about the medical emergency involving their mother, I guess, is the excuse here. But things got way crazier after this, because the same day as this official statement apology was released, the rest of the Coolbaugh Supervisory Board, that Alma Ruiz-Smith, Lynn Kelly, Will Weimer, and Carrie Colgan, got together for a meeting without Rogan present. And that's by choice, right? It's not like Rogan just decided not to show up. They were asked not to show up. And though they quite pointedly did not have the power to remove this elected official on their own, they voted together to remove Rogan as the vice chair, the second in command to Chairman Will Weimer, and replace them with Alma Ruiz-Smith instead. But get this, during a segment of the meeting where they took comments from the public, they were inundated with tons of comments concerning the conduct of this supervisor, with one concerned citizen pointing out that the viral video had been an unnecessary expense, essentially, for the township, and was affecting business operations. Another citizen described the apology from Rogan as inauthentic and disingenuous. Another started naming times they'd seen Rogan appear to be sleeping during meetings or rolling their eyes. But as all this was happening, the building was also going into lockdown because of numerous unhinged threats that the building had received all throughout that entire day. And at 8:33 p.m., the township declared a complete lockdown of the municipal building. The lockdown would last 4 entire days before being lifted, and the increased police presence and emergency measures put a strain on police resources. The very next day, things got worse for Kara Rogan. Freshly stripped of the vice chair position, Rogan was now informed that they would be cited by the Pocono Mountain Regional Police with both harassment and disorderly conduct. But the disgrace and citation that Rogan suffered in the days following the viral video led to one big final question. Would Rogan resign the supervisor seat willingly, or would this become a matter of public intervention? Well, the next board meeting, where members again had to face concerned citizens, they actually did include Rogan this time, and it happened nearly 2 weeks later on March 18th. Apparently, it was quite explosive. According to news reports and notes, Rogan had heated clashes with angry members of the township who demanded that Rogan, to Rogan's face, mind you, personally cover the additional expenses to the Pocono Mountain Regional Police for the overtime work that officers had to work as a result of this whole incident. Rogan apparently angered at this, responding that the board pays local police $4 million a year to keep them safe already. Rogan apparently also screamed at the residents demanding reimbursement that the extra protection was only necessary because of the transphobic bigots, and it wasn't fair to expect Kara to pay for that. Perhaps the most pointed question to come up in this meeting, though, was the written statement from State Senator Rosemary Brown calling for Rogan to step down over this whole hullabaloo. One of the attending citizens asked, again, right to Rogan's face, if they were planning to heed this request and step down. Rogan's answer, no. There would be no stepping down. Kara Rogan is going to try and ride this one out, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps in due time this will blow over and Kara can keep the supervisor seat, but something tells me this next election isn't going to go super well. In the meantime, local news station Fox 56 had interviewed our main character, Amelia, about her experience.
The person who originally filmed that video has filed a police report after that incident, which occurred right here at the Mount Pocono CVS pharmacy drive-thru on Friday.
I never had something like this happen to me before. What did I do wrong?
A viral TikTok video featuring Township supervisor Kara Rogan and a resident has garnered over 4 million views, sparking controversy in the community. The video captures Rogan exiting a pickup truck, cursing and yelling at Amelia Broxton, who was waiting in line to get medication at a CVS.
This person came so close to my window that I can smell her breath.
During the incident, Broxton says she tried preparing herself after feeling unsafe as Rogan approached and touched her car.
I'm over here looking for something to protect myself with, just in case we did get an altercation, because we were like this close.
The video shows Rogan parking the truck to block Broxton from leaving, even saying, "You're not going anywhere until I get served." Broxton says she feels she was harassed.
Barricade me in and told me that I'm not going nowhere.
Broxton denied any negative underlying meaning.
You wanted to be addressed as, ma'am, you should have acted more ladylike.
The viral video has divided public opinion, with some supporting Broxton and others accusing her of transphobia, which she denies.
I just matched the person's disrespect. That's all. If the person didn't come off rude at first, then nothing, sir, would have never been used the second time.
In the end, Rogan has been stripped of their position as vice chair, charged by the police for disorderly conduct and harassment, nationally embarrassed, and now faces calls from major elected officials in Pennsylvania to step down entirely. So what do we think, everyone? Was Kara Rogan way out of line here? Do you think stepping down would have been a wise move, or is this attempt at weathering the storm a better strategy? Is Rogan financially responsible for the cost, or should they be financially responsible for the cost of the police presence that resulted from threats to the supervisors because of this whole mess, or are transphobic bigots to blame, as Kara says? Was Amelia out of line for referring to Rogan as sir as an insult and way of disrespecting Kara during their exchange, or do you think that Kara's conduct warranted such a reaction? Finally, Amelia reveals in another follow-up video that while she was acting tough on the video, she was actually terrified the entire time and was simply adopting the act crazy to scare someone away tactic.
Girl, I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was scared. Like, you know how you have that instant where you have to act tough for that crazy person to walk away? I had to act crazy for a second.
As always, I welcome your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Very curious to see what you all make of this one. Lots of interesting debates to be had here. All right, that's it for me, guys. See ya!